What is going on, guys? I'm back for another Cobra Friday, and today we are watching Cobra Kai Season 3, Episode 2. But yeah, last episode was a great start to the season. It really was focusing on the consequences of what happened in the Season 2 finale. We saw that both Johnny and Daniel are both reeling from what happened in their own ways. But even though the episode started on a really low note, it ended on a really high note because it seems that Johnny and Daniel are going to team up to go look for Robbie, so I'm really interested to see how that's going to turn out. But there's only one way to find out, so let's just get into it, folks. It's karate time. Ooh. Flashback, maybe? 1965. Oh, this is even before the original Karate Kid movies.
What kind of question is that, man?
Mr. Miyagi?
Thank you.
Oh.
What are you looking at? Loser?
Another Cobra Kai Karate Kid type story before anything in the franchise. Huh.
If you love him so much, start a circus.
Is that John Kreese? This is interesting that they're going into John Kreese's backstory. Or maybe this is John Kreese?
Kreese! Tables are not gonna
Oh!
Get back to work!
I like how they subverted our expectations. They made you think, oh, that's John Kreese because he's a jerk. But one of the common themes in Cobra Kai is, you know, people who were once losers, you know, becoming really tough and then the bullies. So having him start out this way is really interesting.
And that's why you have to learn to be cruel yourself. Weakness is unacceptable.
Okay, let's see how he's running Cobra Kai now.
I can't hear you.
Because again, I have to ask, how long are the parents gonna allow him to get away with this?
And this is from your pale friend, Dimitri, is it? He said the plastic isn't UV resistant, so don't leave it near the window. Water?
Where's Sensei?
Oh. Is he gonna be mad at him because of the advice that led to this, or what?
What are we supposed to do? Drive around all day looking for a van?
No, but hopefully our mutual friend can point us in the right direction.
Mutual friend?
What the?
What is this place?
This is what rehab's like?
This is one of the best facilities in the country.
Oh.
You're doing a very brave thing.
What? No, I'm not checking in. I'm no quitter.
I understand. It can be hard at first.
I'm sure he will.
Yeah, laugh it up, LaRusso.
All I know is that whenever Robbie would get in trouble, those dimwits weren't far behind.
What dimwits?
One looks like Chris Brown, the other one looks vaguely Latin.
Oh.
Great, Tweedledum and Tweedledumbass.
So before you're dismissed, I have a little treat for you. I want to introduce you to a friend of mine.
Cool.
I swear to God, if you do anything to that hamster.
Clarence?
Clarence. Good. Here, take him.
Oh, please don't hurt him. Or if you do hurt him, please fake it. Like, I'm gonna be looking for the American Humane Association saying he was not harmed.
Ooh, can I feed him?
No.
Did he get an actual
But you can
cobra?
feed him.
What does he like to eat?
He likes to eat Clarence.
Oh, please don't. This had better be fake, or it better be fake. Dang. Even Hawk's like, what?
I understand. Clarence is your friend. Who else objects? You're off the team. Get out!
Oh.
I said out. Get!
Thinning the ranks to get the weakest out. Honestly, it is probably smarter than, you know, waiting for people to leave on their own just out of nowhere, like what happened in season 2. Okay, they didn't show it, so that probably means that they didn't really do it. But I am going to check afterwards to make sure.
We get it! Move on!
Maybe I'll see you tonight. But if I don't,
Gotta see what the check on the first.
I like that they're, you know, even though, I mean, what she did in the season 2 finale was absolutely wrong, but I like that, you know, they're still focusing on, you know, showing that she's just a person dealing with problems like everybody else.
Enough! Cut the crap and tell us everything you know about Robbie.
All right.
Oh, right, he actually beat them up.
What the hell? You listen to him and not to me? He knew how to kick ass. Yeah, and he ain't no punk ass bitch.
Enough! Damn!
Better start talking. I could do this all.
You better be telling the truth. Or I'm sending him back alone next time.
You might want to get your friend here a tampon.
Oh, well, at least he got the brace off.
How about this? No.
Yeah, here it comes.
Am I gonna be able to do karate again?
One day at a time. I'm gonna borrow your mom for a second, okay?
Worry about walking before you worry about running. And maybe don't talk about this where he can see your reaction. You guys know that he can... Whatever.
Can you be careful with those? I don't want to be digging them out of the upholstery for the next 5 years. Johnny Lawrence is with me.
Oh. Hi, Johnny.
Oh, hey, Amanda.
All right, you know what? Lean back. Just talk normal. All right?
I'm sorry, did you say prison?
We were just talking to a couple of guys who knew Robbie.
Yeah, they wouldn't talk, so we had to smack them around a little bit.
You did what? Look, I'm gonna go on the record and say I'm against this entire operation.
We just need to find him before the police.
She's usually right, so...
You had to mention the prison, right? Of course you did.
I'm not lying to your wife for you.
So yeah, like that, even though Daniel's usually the good cop and Johnny's usually the bad cop, I like how they force each other to, you know, kind of do the opposite. Oh.
You can always kick back.
So got me into this.
This is interesting. He's kind of doing what Johnny did now. He's not just teaching karate. He's actually gonna help her with her life. I mean, he's still the bad guy, you know, he is pretty crazy, but I like how they're going out of their way a little bit to, you know, not make everything totally black and white like they always do in this show.
Yes, what?
Don't worry about it.
Don't ever let me catch you making eyes like that again.
Let go of me!
Hey! If you think you have a shot, you're nuts. But I guess that runs in the family, doesn't it?
Oh!
Let's start a fight you can't finish.
Oh. Again, I really appreciate this. It seemed like after season 2 that John Kreese was going to be the bad guy that both sides could root against, but the writers were like, you know what, that's the easy way out. Even if he is the bad guy, we're gonna add layers to him.
Isn't that a...
Dodge Caravan.
That's the car. Hey! Hey, you!
What do you think you're doing? Drive.
Like hell you are!
Fine, I'll go without you.
Oh my god.
Relax, I'm a great driver.
Look out! Oh, that's just perfect.
You got insurance.
It's all right, we can work this out.
Or not.
There it is. Music in the show is fantastic. I don't say that often enough. Oh, yes! That was awesome.
That's too much!
Where is he? No, I swear.
Stop it, all right?
He's going to get away! Guys, stop!
I'm willing to admit when I fail, okay? And maybe I did. Or maybe he just has a little too much of you in him.
Ouch.
No, it's just me. Johnny's... Okay, slow down. All right, I'm on my way.
Oh, what happened?
Or she can do something else to get in my good graces, all right? Shit. What are you, grandpa or something?
So that's why they were focusing on it.
Somebody's got to teach you to keep your hands to yourself. Okay, I'll do what you want. We're gonna make a little arrangement.
Oh, gosh. Not a fan of meat, but that was a really good transition.
Got rid of that neck brace thing, that's good. Or else I'd hit yours for nerds.
Sensei. Did what you taught me?
Yeah.
Get out of here.
Miguel, you can't.
Get out of here! Please! Just please.
I spoke to a lawyer and he explained to me that it's important.
No.
What did you do?
I told him that you're gonna turn yourself in. Trust me, the sentence will be much lighter this way.
No, I can't.
You can and you have to.
He should have told him in advance.
I will visit you every day, I promise.
Don't bother.
Why would you not tell him in advance about needing to turn himself in? You should have trusted him.
But no matter what, I'll wait for you. Promise you'll come back to me?
I promised, Dolphins. I'm coming back here.
Your whole life you've been told to be good. But good is only a matter of perspective. Always remember your enemies think that they're doing what's right. They think they're the hero, and you're the villain. There is no good. There is no bad. Only weak or strong. I promise you, you will be unstoppable.
I love this music so much. Okay, guys, so that was Cobra Kai Season 3, Episode 2. There's a lot to unpack in this episode, so let's just take everything one at a time. First of all, I love that they focused on John Kreese in this episode and that they even showed more of his backstory. That opening scene was really clever because they kept subverting our expectations in a lot of ways. Because when you see Mr. Miyagi's old car and that this is set in the 1960s, you thought, oh, are we going to maybe see a Mr. Miyagi flashback? But no, then it becomes clear that it's going to be a John Kreese flashback and you think that bully must be John Kreese because of his personality. But then they subvert our expectations again. It's like, no, it's actually this guy. And like, oh, that's really interesting. Now we have an even earlier generation of the Cobra Kai Karate Kid story. We had the Karate Kid movies that were set in the 80s. We have Cobra Kai, which is set in the present. And we have John Kreese, because that actually makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. Because they've made clear, especially in Cobra Kai, that people who joined Cobra Kai were at one point probably people who got bullied themselves. So it actually does make sense that John Kreese was like that at one point. I thought seeing him as kind of a guy who got picked on and then learning how to fight and standing up for people who need it, I thought that was a really smart way to do it, because it gives a little more insight and, you know, how he developed his philosophy and why he's so hard on other people. And they didn't have to do this because it seemed at the end of season 2 that John Kreese was just going to be the big bad villain that both Daniel and Johnny could team up against, and they are still going to do that. But the writers decided, they were like, no, that's just the easy way out. We're still going to continue to make this show kind of gray and not just black and white. Because we see him do some really good things in this episode. Like, yes, he does have another motive in getting more students to join Cobra Kai, and his methods are very, very extreme. But he kind of does what Johnny did for Miguel and some other kids in the previous 2 seasons. He goes and actually sees what her life is like and sees that she's having problems and tries to help her out. He even intimidates that really creepy guy who was trying to take advantage of her. I thought his philosophy at the end was very interesting, because obviously I don't agree with him. He's still doing something bad. But it is actually actually fairly in line with how the show is executed, because the show has always been divided into two philosophies. There's Johnny's side of it and there's Daniel's side of it. They both have very different ideas. Now, over time, Johnny has kind of, changed and realized that he made some errors, and Daniel did the same thing, but the show never just told you what you should think. They presented multiple perspectives and trust you to reach your own conclusion. So when John Kreese is talking about how there is no good or bad, there's only strong and weak, you can kind of see where he's coming from. And the fact that they're going out of their way to make him a more morally gray character because we see his backstory only adds to that. Still, I do think that he's wrong, because we've seen that the Miyagi-Do, even though they try to fight with honor and show mercy and not strike first, that they can be just as strong as Cobra Kai, because that was demonstrated in the season 2 finale. But I at least have a better understanding of John Kreese's philosophy and where he's coming from, why he sees things that way. So yeah, John Kreese was great in this episode, and Daniel and Johnny teaming up, as I said, that was just so awesome. Most of the time, Daniel is the good cop and Johnny is the bad cop, but they throw in a few moments that are suddenly a reverse. Like, Daniel is actually the one to really intimidate them in the prison because he beat them up in season 2, and then Johnny is like, I'm not gonna lie to your wife for you. So that really caught me off guard. And I always love parallels in shows, so I like how we simultaneously get Johnny going to visit Miguel in the hospital and Daniel going to visit Robbie at rehab. Both of them end really badly. Like, I thought that they were going a different route because Robbie was the one apologizing and Daniel was being really kind of understanding, so I thought that it was gonna end better than things did with Miguel. But no, that's not what happened. Daniel made the mistake of not trusting Robbie with the truth before they went to the police, so that caught Robbie off guard. He tries to run, so now it's gonna make things really bad when they're trying to make a case for him. And then on the other side of that, you have Miguel, who is probably never going to walk again, and that just really sucks. I was wondering what his reaction was going to be when he finally woke up, and unfortunately it was what I feared, is that he blames Johnny for what happened. And there's honestly nothing Johnny could say to that. Like, he could go into some speech how he was trying to make Miguel a better man, or he just didn't want him to repeat his mistakes. But honestly, when a kid is in the hospital and he's never going to be able to walk again, I mean, you can't really say anything at that point, and Johnny just kind of understands that. On top of all that stuff we got in this episode, the action was insanely good. The scene where Johnny and Daniel team up to fight those guys, we see their different fighting style, and then they finish it together. That was great. It makes sense that they wouldn't fully work together right away, but it seems that they are on that path, and I do hope we get to see more of that as the season goes on. Because things are gonna go really wrong in the next episode. Miguel is very angry about what happened, and he doesn't want Johnny around. Robbie is now arrested. He doesn't want anything to do with Daniel, and so when you put those two together, because they're probably gonna have to go to court over this, that's just gonna be a really bad mess. And on top of that, you got John Kreese training his own army of teens who are probably gonna go out and attack Miyagi-Do and anyone else who tries to mess with them. So that is just a whole mixture of chemicals that are going to explode in the next few episodes, and I'm very anxious to see what happens. So with that, I'll turn it over to you guys. What are your thoughts on this episode? Whatever it is, feel free to share your thoughts down in the comments and let me know what you think. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more content. Also be sure to check out my other videos over there. It really does mean a lot. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you for the next Cobra Friday.